Attention gamers, I wanna believe that when Albert Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, he was straight up referring to League of Legends players and calling them insane, as there's only so many times you can queue up, die once, get told to kill yourself, forfeit the game, deem the whole thing a waste of time, comment on some YouTube video about how you quit League and are a happier person only to be in queue again before your next piss. So yeah, we are insane for doing the same thing over and over again expecting to have fun, which is why my ears perk up like a Saint Bernard that swallowed Cialis when I hear there is something different or new to break this insanity. And today that is the support meta running minion dematerializer, because I guess it's been revealed that this item allows fast pass tickets to the proper wave management ride at Disney World, because you can desk pop a cannon when you need to get things moving, all while Relic Shield still transfers the shiz to your butt buddy, so there's no hurt feelings. So I figured today I may not know Jack, Tom, Dick or Harry about wave management, but I'm thinking even when I'm doing the absolute wrong thing, if this helps me do it faster, it'll be a hidden gem to spice up this piss pit of a game and maybe help me win more. So today you'll see my journey as the roly golem, this rusty hand job of a support, and then I figured maybe I will invent my own tech by rocking it on an ADC with piss poor wave clear like Ellen DeGeneres here, and I may have just found the newest strat that makes my life easy, cause it's cheesy and fresh. Alright, let's pause for a real life vlog. Today I want to show you footage of my lady cooking me up the dopest dinner. For context, you see a new version of an old version of World of Warcraft just came out, which means I haven't left my computer in days. I smell like a gamer branded cologne, but I'm human and I still have to eat. But there's no time to shop, cook and clean when this dude's owner is grossly addicted, and getting takeout for every meal has me feeling and looking suboptimal. Which is where HelloFresh comes in, the healthiest, quickest, freshest food delivery service you can get. You simply select what meals you want. They come in this dang freezer box thing with the whole ingredients and instructions on how to make this super quickly. I utilize a wife to do this part, but I'm being told the process can be completed without one. As you can see, I'm still rocking the title of Sizzle Master. And after almost no time at all, I present to you the most delicious pork taquitos I've ever had, and the best part is it only took me away from my gaming for a few minutes, and it's super fresh, healthy and cheaper than having bought this stuff elsewhere. So if having something like this sounds good to you, using my link below will literally get you 65% off for a very limited time only, while also supporting my content, because each sale puts a few pennies in my pocket. So say hello to freshness and give HelloFresh a try today. Now back to the Rift. I'm rocking the robot, to which I'm all like, I want to introduce you guys to someone, which was my way of saying I was about to pull a bad guy over to say hey, but this particular flame donkey was rubbing one out in the shrubs, so there was no need. But I was prepared to give handshakes, so obviously I wasn't going to stop at just one. And if these people thought I didn't wake up today saying I'm gonna play Blitzcrank just to not be a total annoying douchebag, then all I can say is they quickly learned to not be such clueless ass clowns. So we get the red, and then I headbot to casually do things like pull that satanic skeleton into the laser loiter zone, which I thought would have left him capital D dead as shit, but pardon me for having any confidence in my coworkers. So I settled for using my big brain game sense and saying let's all be whores for the horse, which was going so well until I decided that hitting a flash hook, except my hook was on cooldown, but if my hook wasn't on cooldown I would have still not been able to hook combo, to show all my viewers why it took me 3 attempts to defeat that super hard boss known as 6th grade, but there was still one successful homicide, which is enough to make my grandma smile down on me, so I was happy. Now whenever the world finally solves the riddle about how many idiots it takes to screw in a light bulb, I have a follow-up question, and it involves how many it takes to kill a vampire, because that went about as smooth as a hallucinogenic sponsored gangbang. And while my mid laner chose to emote instead of push, I wisely opted into dematerializing a minion to get this shit moving. Hashtag video title isn't clickbait anymore, right guys? Then, since I've been neglecting my ADC like he's a ginger stepdaughter who wants to play softball, it's of no surprise that the team wearing red got their micro dicks wet, so I escort the Roly Rock Mohawk to the pummel these pissheads prom as he bowls a skeletal strike, and then I light Legolas on fire and then give him a prostate exam with my crane hand until he heads out as well. Turns out Lantern Larry is trying to do boring ass chores like clearing vision and being a virgin, so we set our homicidal hula hooper onto him, to which I get a bit of FOMO, and apparently so does the number murmurer behind me, so we liquidate our investment account of cooldowns just to say we were there. And Kiki is all like, bro, I can see your gooch sweat through your SpongeBob undies, but I'm all like, if you think my PP is perspiring from that, just wait to see how HelloFresh sponsored cheddar cheesy this bullshit is that earned her an additional paycheck, so maybe she should keep her comments about my body grease to herself. Side note, we got those shitters shoved out of lane, so perfect timing to make this little wheelchair creep disappear to get the wave where my father would approve of. This totally allows us to rock a freeze so hard my nipples could cut glass when a potential COVID super spreader that you hear about on the news starts forming, and it's looking like the bad guys are about to get back to the bitch bubble, but I don't want our crusty cat turd of a jungler to have wasted a trip, so I put my Buzz Lightyear looking ass on the line, volunteer to turn the color off on my own screen for a bit so that the boys can get paid and I can type some delusional copium in the chat. I've now transformed myself into a roaming metrosexual vending machine murderer that is always around precisely when a fleeing Draco Malfoy does not want me to be around, because it results in him getting bloody and not in the way he likes. Silvery low shenanigans that I play this game for aside. Me and this Rammus decided to take our acts on the road as the most fucked up circus act, 60-40 revenue split, because Blitz has more of a business mind, and let me say the wombos and the combos that were being delivered as I shit static onto dead corpses was pretty litty. Then any menstruating mid laners who may have escaped the chaos is going to get bowling ball hunted down, taunted, and given the most violent handshake of his life. And as you can see by my communications in chat, I would like to kill this griefing split pushing archer at any cost because he's pissing me off, so I chase him onto what he thinks is the safest road to get home, except for the fact that I called my boys up and outsmarted this grape-stained cupid, and I'm not normally down to steal kills, but this one was personal. That said, the pattern of him trying to become the first ADC in history to successfully split push only for a Toy Story branded murder refrigerator to come in and fuck with him until the boys come in kept repeating. So yeah, one more big boy fight in the river breaks out where Rammus is more outnumbered than a matzo ball at a bar mitzvah, so I come and rip a Tesla queef, then stick around entirely too long to ensure that every last one of them is dead as shit with their spirits so crushed that they forfeit, and thus the support game was a success. So I hopped over to Ezreal, where immediately I was getting pinged flames, so I figured I would save this guy some keystrokes and ask if I should just off myself now, but the moral of the story was that their bot laners have may as well been a cup and me two girls, because I shit all over them until the other team had the bigger baby, so we won off of an AFK. Yay, such an engaging experience, and I was forced to play a third. This time my banging internet GF was supporting on the enemy team, and the lust lore around Lux had me wanting to impress the shit out of her, starting by showing that I know about the level 2 advantage and her dumb beautiful ass apparently doesn't. Then I saw that the mall cop would likely be heading to a Poke Center, and I had the perfect spell to push the lane. But call me crazy, a minute later when the wave was crashing and my teammates were looking to pick a fight at the worst time, this item came up clutch to nuke the caddy so that I could rotate and show myself so that the enemy idiots didn't get any ideas. And if you think this didn't save the shit out of my Lee, who would have otherwise died, called me a slur in chat, then ran it down 3 more times and AFK'd, then you just haven't played enough League, my friend. Anyways, I am now executing the plan where I lay down in the tall grass and be very very still, you know, hold in my farts until some dumb British broad thinks she's alone, only to deep throat a big ass banana and die as I show off to my lover with a dank double. Then I figure I'm more fed than a delivery truck that has a word ending in EX on it, so I'll just 2v1 rough up this lanky d. But at least I knew what to do when the red wolf emoji appears above my head, unlike some people. To which our ooh dear hits us with flawless logic that him having the wrong runes and losing every fight is something we quote unquote kinda did to ourselves as a way of further proving he was conceived through anal, but I was still styling and profiling on an absolute mission to make sure that no win shitters in my games would get a win, and then being the Chris Brown to this Lux's Rihanna a bit right after. And if you are wondering why the rest of their team didn't help, they were trying to coordinate forces to give this Wailing River worm a hand job so that he would settle down, but let's just say it wasn't a happy ending for them, to which their top laner enters all chat therapy, and I'm thinking maybe I will try and hit him with the "Ooh dear League player logic" as a response. I ask Ash if she wants to lob me up an alley-oop from downtown Disney World, but this Lee has had one too many Muay Thais, which made this kill much harder than it had to be. We are now breaching their base like it's a beach in Normandy, and we were celebrating D-Day while I was busy sticking my foam finger up this fiddle's fart box. This level of absolute bullying went on for a few minutes, and right when they thought they could make Rift Alexa stop calling me legendary, I told them to lick a tit as I continued going harder than a piss pipe at a whorehouse until finally I reached my limit. And if you want to know how much this minion dematerializer build let me dominate the charts, you'll never get to, because Riot's client is a piece of ass. Rav out.